We'll start with short prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashyata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Extremely grateful to all of you for having come for this particular discussion, workshop, seminar. So before we begin this workshop, I wanted to ask all of you a question. You all came in contact with devotees, right? And what was the striking difference that you felt when you came in contact with devotees to that of non-devotees? What is the striking difference? You can all put your answers in the chat. You can also unmute and speak because I am not muted, all of you.
Prabhu, the fact that no one thinks that they are doing anything. They want to take the credit. They're like, it's all like Krishna's making us do. So I would say that feeling of compassion and so much of humility. For example, when I met Ashish as Prabhuji, right? Like even if I would give him credit for something, he'll be like, no, I'm not doing anything. It's Krishna who's doing everything. Even like I can say about the devotees who are present, right? Even Anjali Mataji. So even if we tell them that, oh, the food is good, the prasadam is good, they are like, oh,
Radharani did it. Radharani, we are only assisting.
yeah,
Yes. So
exactly.
devotees are known for not grabbing credit. Nice, amazing, Jaya Prabhu. But this is something that even I observed. Because once what happened, my first program, I don't know, of course, I know the name of devotee who gave it, but I don't know what was there in the lecture, but I remember that sweet kheer. And I asked the devotee who made it. So that devotee said, there is one friend of mine, he made it. And then I was looking for that friend. Has he come? No, he will come later. So later on, after 2, 3 sessions, I met, hey, you're the friend who made kheer. He said, I didn't make the kheer. The devotee who told that he made the kheer, he actually made the kheer. I liked it. Although he made it, he gave the credit to his friend who had just purchased. So that was something which was amazing. Giving credit to each other, giving credit to the Lord, to the grace. Amazing. Thank you. Akash Prabhu, you have something to say.
यस प्रभु मेनली हमें थोड़ा सा ये है कि डिवोटीज कभी जनरली एक दूसरे को जज नहीं करते हैं इसलिए उनके साथ कोई भी कन्वर्सेशन कर सकते हैं सो ऐसा होता है कि स्पिरिचुअली हम ज़्यादा किसी से बात नहीं कर पाते इस वर्ल्ड में बट एटलीस्ट हमारे पास साधु संग है तो हमें कुछ भी इशू होता है हम कहीं पे ऐसा फंसे होते हैं कि हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए सिर्फ एक चाहिए कोई पर्सन साथ में जो हमें समझ सके दोनों का प्यार एक ही होना चाहिए जबकि कृष्णा तो हम थोड़ा सा उससे लिंक कर पाते हैं
Trusting, non-threatening, non-judgmental type of relationships. Everyone wants this. कि हम किसी को बोले तो वो उनके साथ ही रहे. People don't exploit us. So non-exploitative, trustworthy, हम ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं लोग कभी हमें चीट नहीं करेंगे इस तरीके से. And we can be open. Transparency हो सकती है. Thank you for the point, Prabhu. Yes, Bhavna Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhus. First of all, the word Prabhu, we all address each other by the word Prabhu, servant of Krishna. That's the very first thing that we can differentiate between devotee and other like normal people. Secondly, इसमें ऐसा होता है कि when we address other person by Prabhu, it's just a respect you're giving to other one, irrespective of any gender, irrespective of any title or any कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं होता. We don't judge. And secondly, like when we address by Prabhu, वो कनेक्शन हो जाता है कृष्णा से कि वी आर ऑल सर्वेंट्स ऑफ कृष्णा. सो वो एक पॉइंट है. एंड सेकेंडली वी कैन स्पीक अबाउट कृष्णा. वी डोंट हैव फेयर कि अगला बंदा क्या सोचेगा. वी कैन टॉक अबाउट कृष्णा ऑल द टाइम विद डिवोटीज, और वी कैन talk spiritually with anyone who is connected to Lord. We cannot even think कि अगला बंदा क्या सोचेगा. We are talking about God, but when we talk with other people who are non-devotees, sometimes we hesitate to speak about God in front of them. But here, that problem is gone.
Yes, that's so amazing. Two things you mentioned. One thing that you mentioned is addressing each one as master, Prabhu, irrespective of who that person is. That's the Vedic culture, right? Prabhu, everyone is master, I'm servant. So this is actually, once my spiritual master was asked, what is spiritual world? So he said, Vaikuntha is that place where everyone thinks that I am a servant and everyone else is my master. That place is spiritual world. So amazing, right? So we're able to feel that in the culture of devotees. That's number one. And second thing, we can talk spiritual subject matters. Everyone else is talking about all filthy stuff, nonsense, garbage, trash. But this is a place where we can have meaningful discussions, right? Thank you, Bhavna Prabhu. Okay, Maya is put in the chat. I liked how the devotees trust the Lord and do not fret the downsides of life. They always believe Sri Krishna does it for the good of devotees, especially growing up with constant anxiety over failure. I felt like I should learn from them all. That's great. That's so amazing. The devotees trust the Lord. I heard a very beautiful statement. Devotees does these four things. Okay. Number one, they look back and thank Krishna for whatever has happened. Number two, they look ahead and trust Krishna for what's going to happen. Number three, they look around and figure out different ways to serve Krishna. And number four, they look within everyone and see the presence of Krishna. Yes, that's the vision of a devotee. Thank you so much. So we can easily make out devotees, non-devotees now. At least थोड़ा idea आता है. So these are all different ways. So how will you make out somebody is devotee, not a devotee? Anyways, to make out. Now you go in the regular crowd. How do you make out somebody is a devotee, someone is not? And can I tell you something very interesting? Each time I've taken a domestic flight or an international flight, I have somebody who comes up to me and say Hare Krishna Prabhuji. And sometimes, not every time, sometimes people do come and say, Ki, we have watched your lectures on YouTube. Thank you for your wonderful lecture. Yes. And just recently, when I just came back from Calgary, one devotee texted me. One person texted me. He texted my team, Instagram team. And he's saying, Prabhuji, I think I saw you in Calgary. Then I confirmed, yeah, it was me. So we tend to meet devotees, right? But how do you recognize somebody is a devotee or not? Yeah, that's the question. So I'll tell you, there's a verse from Bhagavad Gita. So be a brilliant verse, the second chapter. This is a question that Arjuna is asking to Krishna because he's interested to know. Somebody be ready to read the translation. I'll read the Sanskrit. You can read the translation. Arjuna uvacha sthita pragyasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadi kim prabhasheta kim masita vrajeta kim.
Prabhu,
So,
need to
yeah,
read the translation.
yeah.
Arjuna said, "What are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak, and what is his language? How does he sit, and how does he walk?"
Yes. So person who is Krishna conscious, the highest consciousness means Krishna consciousness or a devotee of Lord. It's very important to know how he speaks, what is his, that is the first thing, how he speaks or how he communicates. I was in a function, and in that function, I met a brigadier, in the army who's had nearly 36 years of commissioned service in the Indian army. And he was just telling me, making a point, Ki Prabhuji, I'm I've dealt with so many army men that just by the way a person is walking and coming, I can tell you if that person is from army or not. How many years of commissioned service that person has rendered. Just by listening to a person on a telephone, I can tell you what rank that person has served in the Indian army, right? Because they all have certain symptoms. Symptoms in the way they communicate. So now that brings us to the topic of discussion today. How does a Vaishnava communicate, or how to communicate like a Vaishnava? And this is a dedication for the pleasure of Hari Guru Vaishnavas. I normally take this workshop for 3 hours, right? So today our objective will be to cover this part, the first part. Yes. So we'll have some scriptural foundations, which means a little value-based discussion, some kind of stories, and also certain pitfalls of communication in Vaishnava circle. Okay? That will be the objective of our discussion for today. And I have one good news for you. You want to know? Yes, no. Only Maya wants to know, I guess. Others. The good news is if the topic gets over earlier, I leave you earlier. Yes, good. I'm a person who's objective oriented. Objective accomplished, meeting is done. And the objective will get accomplished if all of you together, let's together go through this particular, grow through this, I would say, not just go through it, grow through this workshop. Because even I'm learning. I'm still not a Vaishnava, but I'm learning. Okay. There's this beautiful verse which I found in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is about a great king called Prithu. As such, Prithu is a partial incarnation of Lord. And he is known for the ruling potency, Bhupalana Shakti. And it is because of him that the earth came to be known as Prithvi. So such a person. So how would King Prithu talk? That is mentioned in Bhagavatam. I'll show you the verse. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 21st chapter. Wow, it's a beautiful thing. Charu chitra padam slakshnam mishtam ghudam aviklavam sarvesham upakarartam tada anuvadan iva. How would Prithu, such a great Vaishnava, communicate? Please look at his language. Somebody can read? Anyone? Go ahead.
I'll read, Prabhuji. Maharaja Prithu's speech was very beautiful, full of metaphorical language, clearly understandable, and very pleasing to hear. His words were all grave and certain. It appears that when he spoke, he expressed his personal realization of the absolute truth in order to benefit all who were present.
Just 10 seconds, just go through this. Just see it. Because I'm going to ask you something. All right. My question to you are, which part of Prithu Maharaj's speech did you love? Or which you're inspired to apply in your life?
The clarity and the certainty, the clarity.
Very good. Very good. Clarity. Yes, Akash Prabhu. You needn't raise hands, Prabhu. Just speak. It's okay.
Speaking beautifully and also हमें सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन का आइडिया मतलब हमारी बात करने से इसको पता लगता है सामने वाले को.
Yes. He would talk things that would clearly depict he's a very self-realized soul, and he would beautifully compose his words. And beautiful composition requires some thought process. He wouldn't react, he would respond with deliberation. Thank you. Anyone else liked something? Something else that you liked? अच्छा लगा? चारु चित्र padam slakshnam mishtam gudam aviklam gudam. That's gravity. I like this particular part because, of course, I'm trying to be a sadhu. I'm not a sadhu. I'm trying to be one. So I really like the gravity aspect. And gravity comes to then. The gravity is a quality of such a person who doesn't talk nonsense. Right? So grave, yeah. This is something that I read. Because to the degree we speak substance, to that degree our speech carries the power to penetrate. And to the degree we waste our speech in talking nonsense, to that degree our speech will not have that impact to transform. You find some people, these people really have a very impactful speech. What is the reason for that impactful speech? Because they have used their speech properly. So speech is like fire. We can cook a very wonderful preparation in the fire, or we can even burn something down with the fire. So it depends on how we channelize this particular energy, speech. Okay, good. Nice. So there is a difference, the major difference between a devotee and a non-devotee that we understand to this verse is the devotee, pure devotee is a person who's faultless in speech. Whereas to the degree we are materialistic, a non-devotee, there'll be a lot of faults in our speech. Of course, we're not telling we have to be perfect here. Perfection is not the goal, but practice is the goal. We have to practice speaking like a pure devotee. Of course, I chant Hare Krishna. I become a pure devotee of Krishna. I'm going to talk like a pure devotee. Done. But then, of course, if I'm not a pure devotee, what to do? Don't worry, just be an impure fellow. No. If you're not a pure devotee, then we are supposed to practice speaking like a pure devotee. And that practice is called a sadhana. You practice. Right? Okay. Let's see one prasanga, the story from Mahabharata. How many of you heard the Yaksha Prashna story? How many of you heard the story in Mahabharata? Once Draupadi Maharani was feeling very thirsty. So she requested water. So the junior most person, Sahadev, went. Then Nakula went. So one by one, they kept this. I'm just telling in short. But then they never returned. So then Arjuna went to find out where his younger brothers are. Even he didn't return. Yudhishthira Maharaj was very concerned. So he sent Bhima, the most powerful person, to go and find out what happened to our brothers. Bhima went, even he was not found. He was not coming back. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj himself went there. And as soon as he went to the banks of the river, where they were supposed to fetch some water, he saw his brothers lying dead. It happened in Mahabharata, true story. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj, as he was about to take the water, he heard a voice. He said, "Do not be rash. If you don't answer my questions, you cannot drink water from here. You'll suffer the same fate with your other brothers had suffered." When the other Pandavas, they went, they challenged, "Hey, what is this? Who are you? We are Pandavas. So shut up." And they went to drink the water and they went lifeless. But Yudhishthir Maharaj's his behavior was different. He immediately folded his palms and very humbly answered everybody's questions. So this is the Vaishnava behavior that we want to follow. And the Yaksha was so happy. "Yudhishthir, you answered all my questions so perfectly. I would like to give life to one of your brothers." And he said, "All right, I would like to request the life of my brother Nakul." Yaksha said, "Nakul, come on, you should have asked for Bhima or Arjun. You're going to have a war after this. And Bhima or Arjun, they signify power. They're your strength. You need them. Why Nakul?" He said, "See, I am a son of Mother Kunti. And I want one representative of Mother Madri also to be there. So it will be unjust for me to choose one of my Mother Kunti's sons. And thus I'm choosing Nakul." I was so happy with the way he spoke. He said, "Give life to all of them. Everybody rise to life." So that's the power of speech and communication that a Vaishnava has. You get the story? Similarly, how many of you know the story of Ajamila, the second chance book? Anyone here knows? If yes, tell me. I'm not going to ask you to narrate the story. I'm just requesting. You know or not? I'll not ask you for story. Yes. Okay, this is Anjali Prabhu who knows. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So there was this Brahmana, very pious Brahmana who became sinful. I'm just cutting it short. The sinful Brahmana became very sinful. As a result, the Yamadutas came to take him. But at the end of his life, he decided, he called out Narayana. He called out for Narayana. Yeah, correct. Like this. Like this. Okay. Rajni Prabhu, I muted you. I hope that's okay. See, call out.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Hare Krishna. Like correct
हाँ,
timing.
मैं
Timing is
काम पे
perfect.
थी सॉरी मैं काम पे
Oh,
काम
sorry.
सुन रही थी
Holy name is
हरे
always
कृष्ण
amazing. Thank you. Yes. So then what happens is, as soon as he's called Narayana, Na, Ra, Ya, Na, the Lord is immediately shaken in the spiritual world. And he says, "Who's calling for me?" The Vishnu Dutas say, "Nobody's calling for you. You take rest." He says, "No, he's my devotee. Who's chanting my name is my devotee. Go and find out what happened to him." So one person was going to find out. Lord said, no. He is called 4 letters, Narayana. So I want 4 of you to go. And they said, okay, Lord, we are going. He said, wait, carry some weapons and go. It may be an emergency situation. So they come with their swords and shields and bows and arrows and clubs and discs. And they've all come. 4 Vishnudutas come. So they came fully prepared for war. Hatyar tayar the. But did they use it? No. They spoke like dignified gentlemen and settled it. So that's a Vaishnava. So Bhagavatam gives us many, many examples like this. Many examples where there is communication of a Vaishnava that really stands out and it really creates an impact. So that was the story of Ajamil and the Vishnudutas. All right. The guiding principles of Vaishnava speech are these. This comes in the Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, shloka number 15. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam cheyat swadhyaya abhyasanam cheva vanmayam tapa uchyate. So Lord Krishna tells us, he also tells a Vaishnava who's practicing bhakti yoga should follow these particular principles. Can someone read? Read the LHS RHS.
I want to give an opportunity to other devotees to read, Prabhuji.
Well, if we give Jaya Prabhu, you said that?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. We can take it as a rule, an unspoken rule. Hey, Maya can read. Come on, Maya. What?
All right, Prabhuji. Okay. Satyam, speak truthfully. Do not exaggerate, twist, or hide truth.
Yes, we
Priyam,
tend to do this. So one by one, just keep your mic on. One by one, we'll read. We tend to exaggerate stuff. मैंने ना somebody distributed 10 books. हमने 100 books distribute की और मैंने 15 किए. We sometimes twist the things just to get some taste and we hide the truth. This is something which is not good. At least we should not hide the truth from our authorities, spiritual authorities. We should be transparent. Yes, Bhavana Prabhu, you want to say something or ask something or read?
Yes, I have a question. How about
Oh,
doing constructive hiding? Like some people ask you how many rounds you do. So is it not like constructive hiding?
well, if somebody asks how many rounds you do, if it's
And
a newcomer and newcomer will freak out, my God, then say I do many rounds. I do quite rounds.
and what about the old? Like it's not about new or like the old.
Who's
It's
asking? Who's
like
asking? Who's asking?
oh, sometimes my brother asked me, na, and I
Brother,
feel you do
say yes.
17, 18 rounds,
I
but I don't do it.
You can tell normally when some people like this ask, I say, see, I meditate naturally, and to in order to feel peace, when I feel satisfied, till that time I do.
I say like I talk with Jagannath ji through rounds, and I don't know how much I talk.
Yeah, that's also good answer. Nice, but that might be taken very sentimentally. I think Bhavana's gone nuts. Bhavana's bhakti Bhavana is too much.
But
Incredible.
other some people I like some devotees sometimes ask like I'm like oh no I do it but I don't count like like I don't want to give exact answers or like
No, we
constructive
don't.
hiding is can we do constructive hiding or
Yeah, we can. I chant as much as possible.
okay.
We can be transparent to our mentors.
Mhm.
There's a communicate also. If we tell, oh, I talked to Jagannath, I think she's gone nuts. She'll better not go to ISKCON. We can tell an answer that they can digest. I chant for quite some time till I experience that satisfaction. If we answer like this, very nice, good. I get mental peace by which
Mhm.
I'm able to do my all stuff, my life. I can able to lead my life with a very good consciousness.
Got it. Sounds good. Thank you.
And so that's all. This is the purpose. So please ask, no problem. Maya,
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, just wanted to add something before
yeah.
you begin the next one. When you talk, when you give us the guidance, and I feel like Gaur Gopal Das Prabhu is like, I'm big fan of,
Oh,
like, I
actually,
feel
he's
the
my god
same
brother.
thing.
He's my god brother, and I
I
worship him.
feel the same thing, like, when I listen to his, like, podcast and all that, like, when I listen to his lectures, I feel like, like, when you speak, I feel like Gaur Gopal Das is, like,
My childhood inspiration has been His Grace Gaurang Prabhu, His Grace Gaur Gopal Prabhu. I every day worship them in my hearts. Even before I speak a lecture, I worship them only and then I start.
And it was in my bucket list to attend his lecture in live, but I think Jagannath ji fulfilled it through you.
Ah! I have a long way to go, Prabhu, but nevertheless, your encouraging words are something which are giving me some hope to serve. So thank you so much for
Thank you
encouraging.
so much, Prabhu, for coming to Winnipeg.
That's me. Yes, Prabhu. Feel free to interrupt me, ask, share. This is a very, very free flow forum. Please don't worry. Please speak up. This is for the purpose of, us bonding together more than anything else. Maya, continue.
Priyam, speak sweetly. Even correction should not crush the heart.
Sweetly, especially when you're expressing concerns, corrections, which is difficult, the difficult words, when you're hurt. So that time also it's very important that is the time we have to speak sweetly. Sweetness should be administered in such a way that the person, in fact, um, the Vedic culture is to speak so sweetly that even enemy forgets the enmity and becomes friends. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Next.
Speak what is beneficial, not just what is pleasing.
Yeah, sometimes in the name of pleasing, we can pamper somebody very nicely. So we don't pamper people with our words only. We should encourage people through our words, but also give that is what is beneficial. Right? Like, for example, somebody says, I sleep at 12 o'clock. I sleep at midnight. Oh, that's so sweet. Very nice. And I don't get up in the morning and do my rounds. I do my rounds in midnight. Oh, you're such a wonderful devotee. Amazing. So what we can say is we can encourage. Oh, that's very nice. You have such an importance to chanting that you want to ensure you complete your chanting before you sleep. That's amazing. But at the same time, Prabhu, in the long run, it will be difficult to keep up to spiritual standards like this. And even Prabhupada advises that spiritual life is best practiced when you practice it in the morning. So that's Prabhu, very nice. But gradually, we request you to shift your timings and ensure try to sleep by 10:30, wake up by 4:30 and do your rounds. Okay, Prabhu? Yeah. Yes, Priyanka.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। बहुत ही अच्छा सेशन ले रहे हैं प्रभु जी आप। तो प्रीजिंग के ऊपर मुझे प्रभुपाद जी की एक लाइन याद आई है कि जब प्रभुपाद जी यूएस में थे और जब वो कुछ भी चीज करते थे तो उनके शिष्य हर बात पे बोलते थे हरि बोल हरि बोल। तो एक बार प्रभुपाद जी ने नोटिस किया कि हाँ ये हमेशा हरि बोल करते, तो ऐसे बोलते लुक एट दैट डॉग एंड देन एवरीवन सेड हरि बोल। तो बोलते व्हाट इज दैट रबिश। कुछ भी चीज होती है आप लोग हरी बोल बोलते हैं, तो ऐसे नहीं है, हमको प्रेजिंग करना है बट कुछ मीनिंगफुल चीज होना चाहिए।
Yes.
हरे
So
कृष्ण प्रभु जी
the principle there, so what Prabhupada wants, very nice example. The principle Prabhupada want to emphasize is don't surrender your intelligence, surrender with intelligence. That's the principle. अपने बुद्धि को समर्पित नहीं कीजिए, बुद्धि के साथ समर्पण कीजिए. Surrender with intelligence. Don't surrender your intelligence. So that he spoke. Of course, that was heavy. Hitam. Anudvegakara. Our speech should not disturb anyone or provoke ego. All right. So now what we're going to see, we're going to see some examples of some common pitfalls. Personally, I wanted to make skits and discussions, but definitely we can do some common dialogues that happen. I want one volunteer here. The Maya is read. Jaya Pro is also read. Anyone else? A volunteer for us? Would like to read? Available to read?
Anjali Prabhu.
Sorry?
Anjali Prabhu raised her.
Okay. She's ready. Okay. Anjali Pro. You ready? So what I'll do is I will speak like a non-devotee because I am not a devotee. But you're a devotee. You'll speak like a devotee.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Right. So, disrespectful tone. I know better. Just listen. Shut up.
Prabhu, can I humbly share what worked for me?
Yes, you see the difference? See, sometimes this may come in our mind. Our mind may say, come on, what does this person know? I have more experience. I have done this service before. I came before this person in Krishna consciousness. I am the manager. This person is subordinate. I am servant leader. He is only servant, not leader. Right? This thought process will come, but still, the practice. What is sadhana? The sadhana or the practice is, oh, we have to still practice the speech of a Vaishnava. Bhagavatam. So there's a non-devotional response, and this is Bhagavat response. So we need to have both. Okay. Next, casual tone. Hey, dude, what's up with altar today?
Prabhu, is everything okay with the altar preparation?
Sometimes, of course, dude, nahi bhai, yaar, kake, I don't know what people use. So people might use such kind of words, but casual behavior eventually can lead to casualty. That you have to be careful. So that is why it's very essential that we maintain our standards. So that instead of dude, not dude, Prabhu, and altar, my God, you're talking about very serious service connected to Krishna, right? So this is the way to ask Prabhu. That's why I put this word first. Prabhu. Is everything okay with altar preparations? Nice. Rude speech. You always mess things up. Messy person.
I feel we may need better planning next time.
What is so amazing? We is owning the responsibility here also. Right? I feel first, and this is my feeling. May not be truth. It's my feeling. This is called the I statement. I feel. I think we may need some better planning next time. That's a very constructive statement. Critical speech. You are not cut out for this service. You're not meant for this service.
Let's discuss how we can improve this together.
Yes. So this person is lending and okay, fine, is not being able to do. Can I serve you in some way? We can improve together. No problem. Now, these are double meaning statements. Oh, you're doing garland service now? Interesting, interesting. अब होने के बाद करते हैं, ठीक है?
Haribol Prabhu, thank you for doing this service now.
At least the person is at least completing the service. It couldn't be done timely, but at least it's being done. The person has the heart. That is to be appreciated. Appreciate what is the positive element because everybody has some positivity and everybody will have some negativity definitely. So who's a sadhu? The Bhagavatam says who's a sadhu? Sadhu is a person who can look at the positivity. Actually, there are 4 types of sadhus. I don't want to confuse you guys. There is sadhu. You can just hear it and process it later. There is sadhu, sadhutara, sadhutama, ati sadhutama. Try. Okay, try. The first category sadhu is one who sees good. Next, there is sadhutara, who sees good even when there is fault. Then there is sadhutama, who sees good even when the good is little and the fault is the maximum. And ati sadhutara is a person who sees good even if there is no good. So this comes in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is a sadhu? Daksha Pradapati section. So we understand through this, the 4 levels of sadhu. Where are we? Which level? And one who doesn't fit into this four categories is not sadhu, is a sadhu. So at least how do we begin becoming a sadhu? Not by shaving head or wearing saffron, no. By seeing good. By seeing the Krishna element in others. Okay. Sarcasm. Wow, Prabhu! Wow, it's a miracle. He remembered today's meeting and he's come. I think sun has risen from the west today.
Glad to see you. Glad to see you made it. We value your presence.
Wonderful. Glad to see you made it, Prabhu. We really value your presence. This is especially a comment which, suppose somebody हिम्मत जुटा करके एक व्यक्ति is not come to temple for long time. हिम्मत जुटा करके is coming. And somebody comments like this, he will never come again. You agree? अरे ये लोग ऐसा कमेंट पास करते हैं उधर जाना ही पाप है जब कोई नहीं रहता तब भगवान को देख के मैं भाग जाऊंगा, ये लोग रहेंगे मैं नहीं आऊंगा. So people think like that, right? Next, leg pulling and mocking. Careful, careful. He's our new sannyasi now.
We are really inspired by your sincere practice, Prabhu. Please pray for us.
Yeah. If you see some spark of sincerity, we don't mock it. We fan it and we request for similar qualities. Next, over talking, not listening. Okay, this is like not a dialogue, but this is for us to just, that's why I've given it in red. Interrupting someone's point repeatedly. Okay, this is really childish behavior. Even in corporate circles or material circles, this will not be appreciated. But a devotee?
Let others complete listen to understand, not to reply.
Yeah. Wait. Let's look at Hanuman. When Sita search party was started, Hanuman wasn't talking anything. All monkeys were, I can jump 10 yojanas. I can jump 20 yojanas. Angad said, I can jump 100 yojanas, but I cannot come back. I'll be really tired. Hanuman was keeping quiet. It was Jamban who reminded Hanuman, Hanuman, there's one person among all of us who can go to Lanka and find Mother Sita and come back. And that person is Hanuman. Yes, Bhavna Prabhu, go ahead.
Just wanted to add, if I can, if I am allowed.
Why not? Why not?
Actually, we can learn this thing from Hanumanji, that he was never proud of his like powers. And then when he said no one can go there, it's so far and it's difficult to cross the the waters. And then Jamvanji said that Kavan so kaj kathin jag mahi jo nahi hoye tat tum pahi. That's such a pie from Ramayana. I guess Sundarkand, or the next one is Kishkinda Kand.
This is Kishkinda.
Kishkindakan, yes. So
It's just Sundar.
Sundarkand, my bad. So it's the end of the Kishkindakan and the beginning of the Sundarkand when this conversation is there, and it's so inspiring that हनुमान जी जो बहुत ज्यादा पावरफुल है एंड स्टिल वो कह रहे हैं कि नहीं 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 हो नहीं सकता, बट जामवन जी इज लाइक रिमाइंडिंग हनुमान जी दैट आप ही हो जो कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई काम नहीं है जो नहीं कर सकते.
Yes, amazing. So he reminds. A very wonderful Chopai. Thank you, Prabhu. It was very nice.
You're welcome. Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Gossip, Prajalpa. Did you hear what he said about our president, Prabhu?
Don't discuss issue without the affected party present.
Yes. Please respect the absence of the person. We don't talk behind the back. No backbiting. Sure, I will do it if no one else is available as usual. Yeah, this is like a passive aggression. Sure, I will do it. और कोई नहीं है ना, मेरे को ही पकड़ते हैं हमेशा.
Communicate concerns directly with respect.
Thank you, Anjali Prabhu, for reading. So, we getting it? So, Vaishnavas have a totally different way. Okay, so we just want to reflect. Now, reflecting is very important before we proceed ahead. Which of these faults do we slip into unknowingly? Yes. Anyone would like to share? And if the instance is shareable, we can share. Anything that you did, we can learn from. Or somebody else did, but without mentioning name. If we can share. Someone did something and we got to know it. Or we felt it, we experienced it, and we learned from it, and everyone can learn from it. Anyone, anything like that? Your example? Oh, we're living in a pure society.
Prabhu, I have
Yes.
an example.
Please go ahead.
So I just it's a recent example from the Rath Yatra. So we had a lot of devotees. For example, I was in communication. We had ground management, parade management, but then there was this one devotee who was responsible for making all the posters for all the creativity. Yashas Prabhu. So he was behind the scenes. He was quietly doing anything and everything. I remember because I was in the technology and marketing chat. 2 o'clock, he's also working full time. So I just remember how sometimes some devotees selflessly devote themselves, even without taking a single bit of credit. So I know his health was also not good in between the Rath Yatra. And when I checked upon him, he's like, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm not doing anything. It's Krishna giving me the strength and courage to do everything." So it's like devotees like him inspire us to selflessly serve. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Thank you. I was looking for a negative example, but then you gave the positive one. Mistakes, learning from mistakes. Yes.
तो हमारे लिए वो तो ज़्यादा प्योर है, नेगेटिव मिलता नहीं है।
अच्छी बात है. Good for everyone. So I guess this seminar is for me only. I need to improve. You're all there already. Wonderful. Okay. So please reflect. If some tendencies are there, let's try to. Yes. So these are some tools. We'll end with this. Right? These are some Vaishnav communication tools. One thing you really want to make your life or your communication very, very, we can say, sweet, or your communication very effective, please use these 3 words. Please, sorry, thank you. There's no problem using these 3 words. The more we use this in our speech, you will find that there's a lot of genuineness which will come, and also the persons who are perceiving it, they will also be very happy to perceive. Yes, Jayaprabhu?
Prabhuji, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but please and sorry are like the common words which Canadians use a lot. Like you'll see them using it so much. Like you go to any different a different country, but the Canadians, like it's even a meme. It's even a joke here that in Canada people love to say sorry. People love to say please.
Yes. So we should be, that is how we don't order, we request. We don't want to cause even the slightest harm to anyone. That's why we beg forgiveness, even if we have not done anything wrong. So devotees, you have seen that? Oh, today is my birthday. I request devotees to all pray for me. And please forgive me for the knowingly and unknowingly committed offenses. You heard this? The devotees asked that. Please forgive all our offenses today. And please shower your mercy upon me. There's always please, sorry, and there's always thank you. Even you do something small for a devotee, devotees are immediately grateful. They are very grateful. They say thank you so much. Right? Because these are qualities of Krishna. Krishna doesn't instruct, he inspires. In the Bhagavad Gita, every time he inspires, he doesn't instruct directly. It's very inspiring. He doesn't impose. Right? And also Krishna is grateful. Kritagnya. Kritagnya means to remember what has been done. Krita means to do. Gya means to have knowledge of it. So this is one quality, gratitude, which will build all good qualities. So I remember when I got initiated, my former name was Siddharth. And I really was praying. My name is Siddharth Krishna Kumar. So I was really praying to Guru Maharaj. I'm very attached to my name, praying in my heart. Let it be Siddharth, Krishna and Das. That's it. Please give it like that. It'll be wonderful. I'm very attached to my name. Please don't change it. I was praying that way. Yes. Please. I was praying that way. And then Maharaj, I was carefully hearing what is Maharaj going to do. Took my vows and I looked eye to eye to Maharaj. I smiled. Maharaj smiled. And he folded his hands. He said, thank you very much. On behalf of Srila Prabhupada, I give you the name Sanatana Dharma Das. Yes. As soon as I heard Sanatana, I said, Siddharth gaya. Yes. It's gone. I was very attached to that name. So the name Siddharth is for a person who fulfills the purpose of his life. And Sanatan Dharma Das indicates one who's going to preach Sanatan Dharma. So there are only 2 things that one has to do. Jivan Sarthak Kori, Koro Paropakar. Fulfill one's purpose of life and then serve others. So I felt my parents and my spiritual father, both of them named me very appropriately. And as soon as you get initiated, you get two titles, two letters in front of you. Have you noticed? Two letters come in front of your name. Anyone who has noticed? What are they?
It's HG.
Yes, you're right. HG. I want to talk about it. So the people started addressing. Initially, I was Bhakta Siddhartha. From here, I became His Grace, Sanatan, Dharma. Wow. Prabhuji, His Grace ban gaye, His Grace. So this His Grace is something which is Krishna's grace. And when we have received that grace of Krishna, when you're humble, when you're grateful. And my spiritual master always would talk only about these two things. Be humble, be grateful. That's it. This is something that empowers a person. That is the meaning. You'll be empowered with grace, and a person who's genuinely humble and grateful will have it has that grace. So it's amazing to keep having this grateful heart. And this one quality will give all spiritual qualities. All qualities will give. This is a seed for all qualities, gratitude. Right? So thank you should be a part of our speech. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to use this Vaishnav traits. Right? We are going to use this in our speech. Correct? So this is kind of homework also. We are going to use at least one of these tools to communicate to our fellow Vaishnavas. Can we do that? Yes. With whom you have conversation. There's a homework. One of the 5 tools are there. Try to use one tool. The first tool is encouraging words. Your effort is appreciated. How many of you have cooked in your life? Please raise your hands. Show your faces. It's a very simple question. Not cooked. I'm the only person who's cooked. Okay. Everybody's are cooked. Next question. How many of you cooked for others? Good. Now, it's a very difficult question. How many of you cooked for others and asked them a question? Acha bana hai? Is it good? Chalo, you took the risk. Last but not the least question. How many of you cooked for others and asked a question, acha bana, and the person said it's very bad? Okay. Now be honest. Be honest. Anyone would like to share what you felt?
I want to share.
Go ahead,
Prabhu, Hare
Ritika, Prabhu.
Krishna.
Nice
So
one.
I was very bad in baking. So when I used to cook cake, something like kind of thing, so it was like so hard that nobody can eat it. Nobody can eat it. Because what I did, I always after baking and everything, it was looking very nice and something, right? So nice, and I put it in the freezer. Somehow always I did this mistake, so I put it on the freezer and forget about it, and then it becomes like a stone. You can't even imagine. My brother is the only one who eats that. And I appreciate him. I don't know why, but he always like it and he eat it. So
But
that
I'm
was
asking about feedback. You didn't answer my question. Somebody has given feedback. It's so hard. Not nice. I'm not going to eat. Something like that.
something like that. He said, Nikki, this was very hard. I can't eat it, but for you, I can eat it. So he
Wrong
said
exam.
like that.
Chalo, chalo. You shared, but
Always.
I didn't want this. No problem. I'm looking for
Exactly.
something else. Okay, I think Jaya Prabhu, Bhavna Prabhu. But Ritika Prabhu, thank you so much. So next time you get a cake for me, I will not eat. Just kidding.
No, no problem. But my husband is so good in baking, so you can have a good one.
Definitely. So I will eat only from your
Yeah,
husband.
he's very good in that.
Okay. Jaya Prabhu, you have something to say?
Ji Prabhuji, very sweet example from Bhavna Prabhuji. So thanks for sharing, Bhavna Prabhu.
Yes, this is
Uh,
Ritika.
oh, I thought it was Bhavna Prabhu. Prabhuji, I just have to share, like in India, I did not cook much. Hardly, because we had servants and maids, so hardly I would go, right? Like one fine day I was like, okay, I'll make something. And I'm very close to my dad, and I give it to my dad, and he looks at me nicely, he's like, theek bana hai. And then my mom, she takes the bowl from her. She's like, आगे से ना रसोई में जाना मत, जो चीज तुम्हें नहीं आती ना वो उसको ट्राई एक्सपेरिमेंट मत करो. That was very few years ago. And she's like, you're good at studies, you're good at sports, you do that, don't enter my kitchen, please.
But honestly, now we are laughing it off. But how did you feel that time?
Oh, I was crying, Prabhuji, and my dad was hugging me, and he's
You
like,
felt
it's okay, कुछ नहीं होता, ये तुम्हारे मम्मा तो बोलते रहते हैं. But I too cried. I was like, oh, like I
Why
felt
did
like
you cry? Why did you cry?
I wanted, like, whatever I was making, like, it's as good as my mom, but it was not, right? So yeah, like maybe like that, and also like the way my mom said, "Oh, don't enter my kitchen from now on." Maybe those words also hurt me. Maybe.
You basically cried because that effort that you put with so much of love was not recognized. Am I right?
True. That too, Prabhu.
Okay, I think Bhavna Prabhu, Jayanti Prabhu, one by one. Yeah, go ahead, Bhavna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I just wanted to add, like, when I love to cook. What I do, I take 3 4 recipes and mix them, like blend them. What I never do one recipe. I always mix it, and
You
it's
like to
a different
experiment,
thing.
basically.
Experiment. I always do. And the boss is my brother. And when I cook, and I'm like, okay, well, how's it? He said, I don't have any other option to eat rather than eating. He always say this. I said, how is it? He will say that I'm eating it because I do not have any other option. And when he cooks it, he's always has a pet dialogue. He always say that it's a top class dish by Chirag. He always say this. And but when I cook, like I try my best. Sometimes when I offer, or sometimes I even like it's a different. And then he was like, okay, I will eat it, but I do not have any option left.
Your brother is Chirag Bhalla?
Yes, Prabhu.
I'll catch that fellow. Don't worry.
He always say this. On that day, I think I made because now I prefer like without onion garlic cooking. I made I think shahi paneer, and then he was like, okay, I don't have anything else to eat, that's why I'm eating.
Now, how do you feel? How do you feel?
I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Jagannath ji accepted who you are.
Who are you? The hell are you to tell me Jagannath ji is accepted? Okay, but seriously, thank you. But the efforts, again, the valuing of efforts is important. Yeah, Jayanti Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Actually, there was a funny incident in our temple. So we had a small occasion, and then we were actually cooking for 20 to 25 people. And all of a sudden, like I was making 2 3 dishes all together, and then I was making gajar ka halwa. So everything was prepared, and then I told one of Prabhuji who was there beside me. I just told him, okay, after doing after putting gajar and khoya everything, I told him to give me sugar. So he gave me, instead of sugar, he gave me a salt. And it was such a thing that I didn't even realize that it was salt. And then I put all together, like there was so much of quantity. I made it and it was salt. It was offered, and then when we were actually distributing to devotees, then they said, oh, gajar ka halwa bahut acha lag raha hai.
अच्छा लगा
Tasted and it was
sarcastically. गाजर का सब्जी.
everybody still, it is actually 2 years before, so like they still remember that yes, it was, we don't want to eat from gajar ka halwa from Jayanti Mataji ever. Because of salt. There was two, 3 sweets which was done, and that Prabhu actually, he didn't even know that it was salt. He just thought that it is sugar. I asked him twice that is it sugar or salt. Then he said, नहीं नहीं ये तो माता जी ये sugar ही है, ये fine sugar है. मैंने बोला शायद fine sugar है तो वो, and then so it was actually little bit very, it was sad because after making then people were laughing. So it was like a lesson that I should be more like doubly check before actually making
Conscious,
it,
aware.
and then
Yes.
yeah, consciousness. Yeah, that is more important. Correct.
Thank you. So we all need appreciation and encouraging words. Appreciation uplifts us, especially after having spent effort. Any effort that we see, be very quick to appreciate. Quick to appreciate, slow to correct. Yes, appreciate. And grateful expressions. Grateful expressions, start with thank you. Again, now, second, we're going to do this. I want at least 2 devotees to express their gratitude to some other Vaishnavas who are present in your life and for a particular purpose. Let's see who is eager to express gratitude. Hey, some videos off, okay, please. Not acceptable. I need at least some video on. Otherwise, I can't speak. I don't have habit to speak to machines. Okay, thanks. Yes. No need to raise hands. Just speak up.
Prabhuji, gratitude so for a lot of devotees,
One
but
name that comes and
one
what?
Prabhuji, definitely Mahasundri Mataji, because she's been a big source of inspiration for me. I come from a world of human resources wherein we have to be direct and assertive. But from her, when she deals with, not deals, when she serves the devotees, there is so much of humility, kindness, compassion, just in her tone, the way, she doesn't ever gives us tasks. She says, like, okay, how are you? How's your family? She first checks, does the wellness check, assigns the task, and she appreciates so much, Prabhuji. Like, even the tiniest thing, she'll like mention that. So I just want to express gratitude that, she has been a part of my life. I look up to her as a source of inspiration.
Can you please write a gratitude note to her while she's not here?
I will definitely.
Thank
I,
you.
I,
Please
I
do that.
write gratitude journals, so I do mention that in my journal.
I'll write it to her.
Okay.
Let her also know. Every one of you, please write one gratitude statement for one devotee and send it as soon as we complete this. It can even be an audio note. Of course, those Vaishnavas will wonder isko kya ho gaya bhai? What happened to this devotee all of a sudden? But that's okay. But still, please write that. Next, requests. What are the requests versus commands? Requests is something that is. Can you give more examples? Could you kindly bring the bhoga tomorrow? Any other examples of request? Different ways of requesting. Yes, Bhavna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is it possible for you to call me in the morning
Good.
and please join the chanting session with me?
Same to you. Anyone else? I'm actually asking that to you. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, would it be possible for you to pick me up for the Sadhu Sangha?
Okay, now, would it be possible? We will now not use. We'll use something else.
Okay.
Go ahead. Thank you. Good one, but good one.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, we can say,
Yes.
can you bring me some groceries from the temple? If we want to say something to other devotee, we can say that, can you please arrange some grocery list
Very
from the
good.
market temple?
Can you and please? Yes. Thank you so much. So this is how we will communicate henceforth. Feedback. Okay. The best way to do feedback is you did well, but here's how to make it even better. Yes, you did well. Recognize. Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful effort. And I have some pointers which are my humble suggestions. I feel it can be better done this way. Would you like to listen? This is another way of telling. Would you like? First, check if the person is open for feedback. The person is not open. But if you ask like this, who will say no? I'm not willing to listen. They'll be happy, right? Okay, you did wonderful. Rath Yatra was organized so wonderfully. Haribol. Prabhupada and the Lordships will be really pleased with you. But I feel there are some ways we can improve. Would you like to know from me? Or should I come some other time? These are ways of asking. Check if the person is available for feedback and then sweetly give it. And one of the very essential tools of communication, sorry, I just opened another file. Yeah. The very wonderful tool of communication is, can you guess? Silence. So knowing when not to speak is also communication, especially when somebody is opening up heart, revealing the heart. What we should do, listen. Somebody is pouring out something, be a good listener. Is also very important communication. We don't interrupt. Listen. When you listen like that, persons pour out everything. So that's why Krishna has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen more, talk less. Right? So listening is a very important art of communication. And we have to know when to speak, when not to speak. When to listen and when to speak. Okay? Any questions, queries, comments? Please, the discussion is not over. I'm asking.
I have a
Everybody
question,
will start leaving the
Prabhuji.
room meeting. We don't want that to happen. Please stay.
I have a question, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
So, I think I might have asked this question previously in a different session, but when you were explaining these things, I read a book. It's called Radical Candor. I'm not sure if you've heard this term. So, this whole time that word was going on in my
I've read it over the Blinkist. Thank you for
yes.
reminding me. Is that
Yeah.
in the Blinkist? What I do is I hear the books very shortly. 10 minutes,
Yes.
get the snippets. It's a very famous read. Well, good read. Correct.
So, Prabhuji, we are talking about for me it's like, yes, we have to address something, we have to appreciate, we have to give feedback, but I just want to ask, in that book it said that you really need to show a lot of care, but you also need to present them with a big challenge, like high care and high challenge. That's radical candor. Because right now what I see is, and I am guilty of that too, we do high care but low challenge, wherein it's called ruinous empathy, right? Like we want to be empathetic towards devotees, and we don't want to probably um, present in an aggressive or assertive way. So how do we maintain that radical candor without like deviating either towards that either aggression or ruinous empathy, or you know those 4 quadrants I'm remembering, I don't remember one, but how to how to have that fine balance. I know you've spoken, but sometimes we do get lost, wherein sometimes I've seen devotees, they'll like they'll be overly caring, but they won't come, they want to get a thing done, or either they'll just tell the task and show no empathy.
Thank you for this question from Radical Candor. I've gone through the Blinkist. And I've made some notes also from that. As such, this is my humble understanding. Caring is motherly aspect and challenging is the fatherly aspect. And a child, in order to grow, needs both. He needs the mother and he also needs the father. So far, so good?
Yes,
Jaya Prabhu?
Prabhuji. Yes,
Okay, fine, you're with me.
yes.
So now some people have a tendency of being fatherly. They are very good at engaging, challenging tasks. And some people by nature are motherly. Yes,
Ji,
motherly.
ji
So
Prabhuji.
they care, they love, they just do that. And there are certain people who have a very good balance of the two. They know when to be fatherly. Okay, Vijeta Prabhu, welcome. Yeah. So they know when exactly to be fatherly, they know when to be motherly. They know both these things, both these aspects. And thus they raise a particular person. So personally, what I would do in order to grow my mentees, or rather what I do is, well, we need to be, this is care, aspect of care. There's something called care as a virtue and a care as a system. So care as a virtue is some time where we feel the need for care, or these people need to be cared. That's a feeling, good feeling. But what's care as a virtue? What's care as a system? Care as a system means we definitely have a plan for caring for this person, where we ensure that this person's, like, I'm talking about spiritual care now here. Sangha is the person coming for weekly sadhu sangha. Check attendance. Number two, sadhana. Is this person chanting fixed number of rounds every week? I'll have a monthly check-in to find out. So I'll have once in a month a check-in where I track the sadhu sangha, the sadhana, the swadhyaya, the reading. Ravana, is this person coming in the Bhagavatam classes? And seva. What is this? What meaningfully is this person's mind engaged? What seva is he doing? So I'll track these things. The 5S tracking tracker, I do that. So just to know, let devotees know. I even spoke to Grace Mahasundar Radhikapu, one of my students back in India. We are preparing a sadhana app.
Very
Where
bold.
you just, right from wake up to sleep, everything will be time stamped and tracked. We're trying to come up that, and it may be a good offering to the Vaishnavas throughout the world. You'll have points also. Seva points, sadhana points. You attend this, you'll have marks, and at the end, you get 80-80, you're healthy spiritually. If you're below 60, there's some serious concern the mentor has to show. Which aspect is lacking? So we'll track that. So there has to be measurement, right? So if this kind of tracking is done on a weekly basis, initially when somebody is very young in bhakti, very, very young, weekly tracking is required. When somebody's, I'm talking from very Krishna conscious perspective because the topic is communication Vaishnava circles. And somebody's mature monthly. My mentor has personally told me to report in quarter. So I also have mentor is this Kalakant Prabhu. I report to him every quarter with my activities after every 3 months. I attend my meetings Sunday 9 a.m. our time. I attend my meetings every Sunday. And after the meeting is done, I send notes, whatever I liked, my reflections. Then he gives his comments every week. And then once in a month, I face to face have a meeting with him. And once in 3 months, I give reporting of my sadhana, shravan, swadhyaya, seva, sat, and sangha. I give it to him. So we do this. I personally spend once in a month, 1 hour with my mentees on a personal check-in. You're getting the point. That's the way to balance. It has to be a system, not just a virtue.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Anyone else want to say something, ask a question, share insights? Everything is appreciated. If there are no questions, then devotees can at least share one point, which is your take home from today's discussion, today's workshop. We'll just have a quick recap also. I think Ikanshi Prabhu and Vijayata Prabhu just joined us.
प्रभु हाँ मैं वही बोलने वाली थी हरे कृष्णा मैंने
You
ज्वाइन किया मेरी
missed us and we missed you.
प्रभु मेरी दूसरी मीटिंग चल रही थी सॉरी मैं अभी
I know,
ज्वाइन
I completely understand, but nevertheless, today applying today's seminar, we are very happy that you came and tried to come. Your presence
थैंक यू
is
प्रभु
deeply valued and appreciated.
थैंक यू
Okay, I'll just show the document so that both of you can get the bird's eye view. This is being recorded also.
ओके
So how to communicate like a Vaishnava? It's a 3 hours workshop. I took the first part. I like to take it slow. Usually when many I take it for a classroom of about 30 devotees. So when 30 devotees are there, there is more interaction and that slows us down. I like interactions more than just completing the agenda and objectives. So we have achieved our objective for today. So we went back to speech of Prithu Maharaj. We saw the story of Yaksha, Yudhishthir behavior different from the Pandavas. We saw the story of how Vishnu Dutas dealt with the Yamadutas. So those were Shastric connections. Then we saw the guiding principle, the 17.15 of Bhagavad Gita. What should be a Vaishnava speech? Satyam, Priyam, Hitam, Anudvegakar. 4 principles for any speech. Then communication pitfalls, disrespectful tone, casual tone, rude speech, critical speech, double meaning speech, sarcasm, leg pulling, mocking speech, over talking. We saw examples of all this. Gossip, prajalpa, passive aggression. These things we saw. And what is the Vaishnava alternative that we should use? Then we didn't reflect much because devotees didn't have much reflection to share. So then finally we come to this positive Vaishnava traits. have encouraging words. So please add please, sorry, thank you to your vocabulary. Enough. Right? And then use encouraging words. Have gratitude. Request rather than demand. Come on, so we practice requesting. Then how to offer feedback. You did well, appreciate. We call it the ACE formula. Appreciate, correct, encourage. That's the sutra we apply. Appreciate first, then correct, and then encourage to do more, to do better. And one of the most important tool in communication is silence. One should know when not to speak. So that is the time you should listen, especially when someone is pouring out heart. Just listen, don't speak. Okay, so part 2, whenever I get an opportunity, I get a chance. Anyone from education team here? Acha, Hina Prabhu just joined us. Education team ka naam leti. We have Hina Prabhu. Who else is there from education team? They can kindly communicate ahead that we have done 50% of the workshop and 50% is remaining. So what I did is I was doing this for the servant leaders. I really modified it in such a way it's not a repetition in case the servant leaders join. So this is open forum. And we want more servant leaders and devotees who are liking these workshops and would like to have an opportunity to apply these workshops in our temple. They are most welcome. We would like to have many servant leaders because there is no dearth of services. A lot of services and you're all welcome. All right. So everyone, one point. You can end with one point. Let's start. Should I take names? Okay, I will. Please, Maya, whatever you liked, one point that you liked. I know you will definitely share something nice.
The moment you say like used whatever we learned today, like when you said using the examples from today's seminar, live example.
What was that?
When Prabhuji joined late, I guess you said we still appreciate you showing up.
Thank you. You like that? Sure. Thank you. Anjali Prabhu, you want to say something? Akash Prabhu can be ready. Just share what you observed in your heart. Okay. Meanwhile, Anjali Prabhu is ready to share. Maya, go ahead.
Also, Prabhu, when we were doing practicing for the book distribution, and I messed up because of my anxiety, and you still appreciated it, and you told me what I can do to improve it. That was what I noticed when we were going through the.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You observed that. Means a lot. And
Thank you so
I
much.
pray I can serve you more. Thank you. Yes, Anjali Prabhu. What did
Hare
you
Krishna
like?
Prabhu. I like everything, but like the first thing I need to say, like we have to learn a lot. I mean, there's a lot to learn, and I think it comes with the practice because like we have been, हम ऐसे बन गए वो बहुत सालों से और बहुत मतलब जन्मों से बन गए हैं तो अभी उनको चेंज करना थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. So
Definitely.
I think yeah. And with your association, I think we can learn a lot. And thank you, Prabhu, for coming here.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm also loving all of your association very much. And I request you all to give me more of your association and seva. So Anjali Prabhu, thank you. As you rightly said, we all, including me, have a long way to go, but let's make a beginning. Because we have spent so much time in material world. Universal service, few years, that's it. So that impressions are more powerful, but Sangha and blessings are very powerful. With blessings of spiritual master and with association of devotees, we can do anything. Okay. Akash,
प्रभु जी कह सकते हैं क्योंकि एसोसिएशन और साधु संघ से I have changed a lot. I was totally a different person. Now I'm totally a different person. And maybe in future I'll be some other person.
I can see you have a very bright future. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you,
coming to
Prabhu.
Winnipeg now? You're coming to Winnipeg?
I'm in Winnipeg only. I'm just going to airport to pick up my sister-in-law. She's coming from UK.
Oh,
so we're
wonderful.
going there. Yeah.
Welcome.
Hare Krishna.
Sadhu Sangha.
Thank
Akash
you.
Prabhu followed by Jaya Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु.
Yes.
प्रभु आज का जो मुझे बेस्ट पार्ट लगा वो मुझे स्पीच से रिलेटेड लगा कि हम किस तरीके से बोलते हैं कि हमारे बोलने के तरीके से सामने वाले को पता चले कि हम डिवोटीज हैं या नहीं है।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
हमें अपने वर्ड्स का बहुत ध्यान रखना चाहिए, टोन का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, और चाहे सामने छोटा है या बड़ा है, एटलीस्ट प्लीज थैंक यू सॉरी, ये हमारा एक बेस होना चाहिए कि हम डिवोटीज से या किसी से भी किस तरीके
Excellent.
से बात कर सके।
You captured the essence, Prabhu. Very nice. Excellent point. Jaya Prabhu?
Prabhuji, two things. The first one was Yudhishthira Maharaj's story, wherein he said that, that humility and compassion he showed, wherein he took Nakul's name, said that one would be the representative of Kunti Ma and the other. So that was very touching. The second thing is the gratitude message. If you want to appreciate someone, just message them. Because I've noticed कि जब हमें faults find करते हैं ना हमारे phone, like we reach our phones and be like, yeah, we have to message this person, he or she did this thing wrong. But how many times do we pick up our phones and send a message saying that, Anjali Mataji, thank you so much, or Mahasundari Mataji, Ahina Prabhu. We do not do that, Prabhuji. We do not do that often. So that was, I can keep that to myself. I can write it in my gratitude journal. But how many times do we express that to the other person, that we are grateful for their presence in our life?
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Gratitude aspect. That's the most important quality. Rajni Prabhu, you want to say something? Priyanka Prabhu? Ashish Prabhu, yeah, Rajni.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I am at work. I can just listen all of you. I can't speak. Sorry. Sorry, I
Prabhu,
can't
she
speak.
can't
I am
speak.
at
She's
work.
at work.
I
Okay,
can
okay,
just
sorry. I'm
listen.
so
Sorry,
sorry.
sorry,
Please
sorry, sorry,
continue.
sorry.
You could have texted, no problem. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Priyanka Prabhu, Ashish Prabhu, Bhavna
Hare,
Prabhu, anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you
Hare
so
Prabhu.
much for wonderful session, Prabhuji. So amazing. I think we need this session so much. Yes. एंड प्रभु जी हम्बलनेस जो आपने पढ़ाया कि हम लोगों को बहुत हम्बल रहना है, हमें जो भी बात करनी है लाइक ऐसी नहीं करनी है कि हम डबल मीनिंग से कर रहे हैं या किसी को हर्ट हो रहा है। वो चीज मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी प्रभु जी। बी रेस्पेक्टफुल एंड या जब भी हम टॉक करें तो लगना चाहिए कि हाँ वी आर डिवोटी, वी आर इन कृष्णा कॉन्शियस। सो यस प्रभु जी, थैंक यू सो मच प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा।
Talk like devotees, walk like devotees, and walk your talk.
यस यस प्रभु
Good
जी।
one. Thank
थैंक
you.
यू प्रभु जी।
There's a comment. I like all your classes. I liked the point. Don't surrender your intelligence, surrender with intelligence. Yes, that was Priyanka Prabhu's point. Bhavna Prabhu. And now, since the time is less, we would like to have some. And anyone who's enthusiastic, please speak 1, 2 points, and we'll close.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhu. Sorry, I don't know if someone else.
Akash Prabhu spoke his point. So is it okay if we give chance to Bhavna Prabhu?
It's okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhu, first of all, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to you for devoting your time and making us learn some important things which are really important to have in like Vaishnav etiquettes. And I would add on to Jaya Prabhu's point that feeling of gratitude is important, and why it is important. In this way, we can boost up the morale of a person or a devotee who is serving in whatsoever form, and then in the future also they will like, oh, like my service was added to Lord service, so why not let's serve it this time again. So I think it's just like appreciating in a way that other devotee can serve again in that form. And secondly, the take home lesson is like instead of ordering, we can always request. We can just change the sentence, and then devotee can feel like we are serving Lord. We are not just serving just serving each other. We are just serving Lord in the form of serving each other.
Amazing. Amazing. Other devotees who are present here in the Zoom chat, I would request you can write a DM to me, whatever points you liked. I would go through it. I reply to all messages, respond to all mails. Whatever you liked, you want to write to me, you're most welcome. You have any questions further, you're most welcome to ask. And I like to thank all of you. And one of the lessons that I learned in my teacher's training course, our teacher Vamsi Vadan told us, if you want to be a good teacher, leave before time. So time was till 8:30. I'm leaving you 2 minutes before. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Thank
प्रभु जी,
you.
Hare
धन्यवाद
Krishna,
प्रणाम।
Prabhu.
Dhanwad. Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी
See
बुक
you.
Hare
कब का है
Krishna.
प्रभु जी आज का क्लास का?
No, this is workshop. आज workshop था.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा।
Not
ये
particular
कौन
work.
से बुक से लिया प्रभु जी?
Yes, yes. This is not book.
थैंक
This
यू
is
प्रभु जी।
workshop. We created a workshop.
अच्छा अच्छा,
Based
बहुत
on
अच्छा
what
था
we
प्रभु जी।
heard and learned from my teachers, we made.
Thank you
मेरा
so
तो
much,
कम्युनिकेशन
Prabhuji.
बहुत वीक है प्रभु
Hare
जी,
Krishna.
मेरे लिए बहुत difficult है। हरे
प्रभु
कृष्णा।
Hare
हरे
Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare
प्रभु जी,
Krishna,
thank you।
everyone. See you all tomorrow for Sadhu Sangha. Hare
प्रभु
Krishna.
थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
Yes, yes.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु, मुझे ये बोलना था कि आप मुझे एक बार इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग भेज दोगे?
इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग सारी जो है विजय गोविंद प्रभु के पास जाती है, and we have somebody has to remind Vijay Govind Prabhu to give it to Shrey Prabhu, who will put it on YouTube. That's
प्रभु
how it
मैंने
works.
तो अभी यही सीखा है कि प्लीज सॉरी एंड थैंक यू।
Yes, so we have to request.